So I was talking to my business coach today and mentor, that's Richard Tutunji, and he said something really interesting, which I think it held a little bit of truth for me. He said, Jules, people don't actually know you. You know, your brand's great, but people don't know why you do what you do, or why you became a DJ, or why you became a PT, or why you've done anything. And it might be interesting for people to know. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a series on why Jules is Jules. Yeah, I know, right? I'm one of these people that doesn't really like talking about themselves. Yeah, seriously. So I tend to like to talk in GIFs and memes and images and photos of other people and showcasing other people, because I think people are just amazing. So to start it off, reason I became a DJ, well, that was in 1990. That was before it was the in thing or popular, or, you know, the thing that, you know, people just did because, you know, it was in fashion, or it was trendy, or, you know, it was going to be a way to get exposure or anything like that. Back then, that wasn't the thing. It was actually really quite hard. And the reason I got into it was, probably fell into it. I was a hairdresser at the time. I had my own business. We actually had 2 salons, and that was with my bestie. And she was awesome. She put up with me and all my little quirks of bringing in music into the salon and forcing my musical taste on people. God, that was interesting times. Geez, I feel sorry for them now when I think back on it. So at that time, I was getting quite bored with the hairdressing industry, and I was accumulating a lot of vinyl at the time, and just a passion for music. I just couldn't get enough of it. I'd be saving my money even as a child and buying like singles way back then. You know, this is before I was even a teenager. So in 1990, I was 24. So those of you that wanted to know my age, you know how old I am now. It's never been a secret. So in 1990, I saw an ad for a mobile DJ in the paper, and I love a challenge. Anybody that knows me knows I love a challenge. The harder the challenge, the more I will go for it. So I answered this ad, and it was for a mobile DJ, and they said, you must have your own music. And I went, sweet, I got my own music. There's no reason why I can't do this. Rocked up and did the interview, and I was told we don't hire women. I didn't quite understand that. I guess because I'd not really had any jobs where I was an employee for many years. Being self-employed, you're your own boss. So you don't come across people saying things like that. So it took me back a little bit, but you know, at the time it was like, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense to me. Why won't you hire women? I mean, why won't you hire me? So he ended up actually hiring me. And at the time, I think back to what I was wearing, and I probably walked in there like a tornado. Bleach blonde hair, black lycra with tassels, fishnets, boots with like I don't know how many buckles, and just an attitude of so much confidence because I just didn't know any different. Thinking back, it's really hilarious. So I ended up getting the gig as a DJ, and I guess the more I did it, the more I realised why I was driven to it. Starting off doing people's parties, doing mobiles, 21st, surf party, events, weddings, engagements, you name it, I did it back then. And I started to understand, I actually really liked getting people motivated to move and taking them out of the moment they might be living in, which, you know, I don't know, you know, everybody has stuff going on in their life. And I found with music and people making them move that everybody was in a really good mood. And, you know, they'd leave in a really good mood. So then the challenge came to get a nightclub, which I did. It took me 6 years, but I got there. So it was 6 years of a lot of door knocking, a lot of frustration. There was a lot going on. Learning how to mix, saving the money to buy my own decks, which are on credit, learning how to use them, the Technics 1200s. I did have a very old friend help me at the time who was absolutely amazing, a man called Chris D. Beautiful person, absolutely adore him. What can I say? He's the one that pretty much showed me how to use a Technics 1200 and taught me what pitch is. I did not actually understand or where the first beat was. So that was that. And from there, the passion just even got more, just sort of seeing how people were with music, inflicting my musical taste, taking them on some sort of emotional roller coaster, I guess, in a good way, and taking it from there. And these little videos are going to keep continuing. I am going to explain why I became a PT. That might be a few sessions down the track. So leave some comments for me. Let me know what you actually want to know about me, and I will be happy to answer questions. I am a little bit of an introvert. Surprise, surprise. I can get in front of thousands of people on a stage and play tunes, but when it's by myself talking, especially about me, it's actually not that easy. And that's what my mentor pointed out today, and he says, you just got to do it. So I'm just doing it.